Take it as easy as you like. Take it as easy as you like. Welcome back. Welcome back to a questionable continuation of the morning motivation. But it appears to Goat versus Fish. It appears to Goat versus Fish that we have verses. It appears to Goat versus Fish that we have a fine verses. Let's have a look at the Goat versus Fish. Let's have a look at the Goat versus Fish. First, we check the shrine of Goat versus Fish. How does that look? Looks fine? The shrine looks fine?
That's a fine shrine.
It's a fine shrine. It's a fine shrine. Goat versus Fish. What verse is there anytime? What verse is there anytime? There is a warning that the stream's current bit rate is low. Maybe Goat versus Fish, maybe there's something Goat versus Fish has to do to expand the bit rate. We'll look into that. Bit rate?
Sounds more like a server issue.
It could be, but we'll simply make it written. We'll simply take note. We'll simply take note. We'll make it written that it's Goat versus Fish. And now let's have a look. Now let's have a look at Goat versus Fish. There's Goat versus Fish. And yes, it still seems there's some pixelation, but we're just going to continue. We're going to continue with or without that pixelation. The morning motivation goes on. The morning motivation goes on. The morning motivation goes on. Eventually gold is here for Goat versus Fish. Appreciation eventually gold. 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 Yester versus Goat versus Fish did a great philosophication. Yester versus Goat versus Fish. Versed about on the temple grounds. Versed about on the temple grounds. Versed about on the temple grounds. And Goat vs. Fish, you're used to the up-close, intense Goat vs. Fish. Fish blub, that's 54 fish. That's 54 fish. That's 54 fish. 11,054 fish in the continuing mighty verses. 11,054 fish in the continuing mighty verses. Appreciation, more fish, appreciation, more fish. And eventually, Gold, we're going to count that fish. We're going to count that fish. Because we're back to counting the goat and fish as the mighty verses continues. As the mighty verses continues, eventually, Gold. As the mighty verses continues. Ah, yes, the continuing verses indeed. The continuing verses indeed. Several verses ago, we had the constipation of the fence, the constipation of Big Fence. Then there was the unification, then there was the mighty unification celebration. Then the verses began anew, the mighty verses began anew, and the verses were so mighty. The verses were so mighty. We had a goat verses, we had a fish verses, an even verses, and then a goat verses. And then we had a mighty verses, and that mighty verses has now lingered and continued. But we're going to let it go, we're going to let it go, we're going to let that verses continue just as it is. Still looks 8-bit for some fancy reason. Well, then that's the look of Goat vs. Fish. Then that's 8-bit Goat vs. Fish. That's just 8-bit Goat vs. Fish. That's just how it's going to be. Goat vs. Fish was versing by the tree, was versing by the tree of knowledge of Goat vs. Fish. We were versing by the tree of the knowledge of Goat vs. Fish. And for hours we spoke, and for hours we spoke, and the congregation gathered around Goat vs. Fish. By ones, by twos, by fours, by eights, by 16s, they gathered around Goat vs. Fish. As we spoke about the verses, we spoke about the verses of loneliness. As we spoke about the verses of connection with the congregation, getting to know your goat and fish, verses of introspection, verses of communication, and glorious communication with the congregation. It was a beautiful celebration. It was a beautiful celebration. And now, there's pixelation, and now there's pixelation. It is still pixelation. Well, Goat vs. Fish, do you know what Goat vs. Fish says at the verses like this?
What does Goat vs. Fish say?
Celebration for pixelation. Celebration for pixelation. Let us have a verses about expectation. Let us have a verses about expectation. Let's have a verses about expectation. Once, long ago, there was a thing called the interwebiverse. It was a new phenomenon. It was the internet. You would log on. You would log on and you would wait. Seconds, minutes, hours, even days. You might wait for just a simple image of pixelation. And with anticipation, you would wait. You would set it to download overnight. And when you return, 25-second video of glorious pixelation. Now, what you were watching, Goat and Fish, that is up to you. We think we know what you may have been trying to do. Glorious pixelation, glorious pixelation. And Goat and Fish, we waited with eager anticipation for all of that glorious pixelation. And did we complain? Yes, we complained because it's the verses of every Goat and Fish to complain whenever they wish. But we continued the verses, And now Goat vs. Fish is in pixelation, but Goat vs. Fish was just speaking of the morning motivation. Of how you may come into unexpected fences. Were we not just speaking about that in the morning motivation?
The whole theme of this show is fences.
The whole theme of this show is not just fences, overcoming fences, not letting the fences stop you. Unexpected fences showing up and not letting them stop you. And so Goat vs. Fish continues the verses. Steam-powered computers. AOL was fancy as heck. complained about pixelation? Goat and Fish, let's go to the congregation. We can go to the congregation here. We can go to the congregation here. And we can complain to Goat versus Fish. We can complain about the pixelation. You want to complain to Goat versus Fish? You want to complain to Goat versus Fish? Well, now's your chance. Now's your chance to complain to Goat versus Fish. Now's your chance to complain to Goat versus Fish about whatever you wish, because it's not going to stop the verses. It's not going to stop the verses. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, I love the pixelation. Canada Rami says, Pet Vic 20. What does it mean to Goat versus Fish? Dial up rules. Wait a verses. Dial up rules. That is an interesting proposition to Goat versus Fish. Keep that in mind, Goat and Fish, that dial up rules. Goat versus Fish is having a feeling now of a Goat versus Fish call-in show. Big pixelation Goat versus Fish call-in show. Dial up call-in show with Goat versus Fish. Ooh, we're pondering it. We're pondering a call-in show with Goat versus Fish. Hear the voices of the Goat and Fish. Look at the pixelation. Hear the conversation. Do I keep this down as a reminder? No. Goat versus Fish will tell you when you keep it down as a reminder. Dial-up is now very fast. Goat and Fish, it's time. Are you Goat or are you Fish? The Mighty Versus does continue. The Mighty Versus never ended. Are you Goat or are you Fish? Are you Goat or Fish? You're here in the verses. We're getting bonus continuation. As you can see the score, as you can see, or can you even see it? Is it 2 pixelation? We don't know. We don't know. We're experiencing interference on Goat versus Fish. The fog of fence, the fog of fence. We'll tell you. Goat, 10,600 verse points. Fish, 11,050 verse points. We've got 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s, 16s, 17s, 18s, 19 Goat. We've got 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s, 16s, 17s, 18s, 19s, 20 Fish. We've got 5 subscriptions for Fish. Make that 6, 7 subscriptions for Fish. 7 subscriptions for Fish. 2 polls for Goat, 1 for Fish, 2 marble wins for Goat, 2 for Fish, 2 for the fence, a bunch of sound alerts for Fish, less sound alerts for Goat, 1 bonus versus for Goat. And the Mighty Versus rages on, and the Mighty Versus rages on. Are you Goat or are you Fish? BBDH187 goes Fish, BBDH187 goes Fish. Fish, that's another Fish. We're counting the Fish. Some Fish were counted in a previous verses. They get counted again. They get counted again. Eventually, Gold says Fish. Eventually, Gold, we did get your Fish. We did get your Fish with the Fish blub. Canada Rami the Goat. Rami Goat is in the verses. Celebration for Goat. That's one more fine Goat. That's one more fine Goat. And I Can Fix Amber Heard still on the fence where we don't think we're going to count your offense twice, but what we are going to do as promised, the advancement of the fence sitter. It's been another stream. The fence sitter has advanced. The fence sitter has advanced. It's becoming more advanced. Sunnyvale representation. Are you Goat or are you Fish? Pedestador. Are you Goat or Fish? Oh, it is. Oh, don't laugh. Don't laugh at the fence sitter. They're doing their worst. They're doing their worst to get off the fence. They're just a bit slow, that's all. Don't laugh at the slow fence sitter. They're just slow. They're just really, really slow. Pedestador declares myself to be Fish. Celebration for Fish. Celebration for Fish. Fish, BBDH 187 the fish, BBDH 187 the fish, rallying back. Rallying back. Were they ever losing? Were they ever losing? Were they ever not choosing? Sunnyvale representation with GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. Goat and Fish. Your GOAT. Your gifted subscriptions. Your bits. Your tips. There's a poll going on YouTube. Your sound alerts, your radiations, they all count towards support of Goat vs. Fish. And if there is someone you know, you can bring them into the stream and you can say, hey, watch this, watch this. Watch this pixelated celebration. Viking Kate says, what if I feel like a little bit of both today? Like a Fiat or a Fiat like the car. Maybe I'm feeling like a car today. Maybe you're feeling like a car. Well, cars have horns. Beep, beep. Some fast cars have fins. But we will ask you this. And it's a versus that's happening now more than ever. Are you driving that car or is that car driving you? Are you in control of your fate, Viking Kate? What if you're feeling a bit of both today? Well, that's okay. That's okay. You can have fancy feelings. You can have fancy feelings. The streams of Goat vs. Fish have been feeling a bit fancy today. We've had to restart the verses. We've had to restart the verses twice. But Goat vs. Fish isn't stopping now. So tell us, Viking Kate. Fancy feelings, push through, push through. The morning motivation asks this question to you. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or fish? New Vegas says fence. Candid Ramy says, I'm a fin goat. Well, a goat with fins, it may get derision. It may get derision from its fellow goat, but even a goat with fins is still a goat. Even a goat with fins is still a goat. Viking Kate says, okay, maybe I'm feeling more goaty. There's still hesitation in that versus. New Vegas is on the fence. Goat vs. Fish was just reading. Vegas has been in the news lately. It's like, and it's like this. It's like, Vegas is not for you anymore. Vegas is not for you. You don't have enough monetization. Vegas is not for you anymore. But was it ever really for you? It seems like they always just wanted to take the money of Goat vs. Fish. But it is a place where Goat vs. Fish can go to a show. Viking Kate. Here on the Morning Motivation, we're not looking for hesitation. We're not looking for maybe I'm feeling more goaty. That's two hesitations. That's two hesitations in one versus. Dude, did Goat win yet, says Nags One? Not yet, not yet. Not yet. Look how close this versus is. Look how close this versus is. Do any of the Goat or Fish want to break out? Do any of the Goat or Fish want to break out? Bust this versus wide open? We're ready for you. Viking Kate says, okay, I'm a goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. They say, bah. And they say, I guess that's a sheep. Well, your declaration of goat was with confidence, and your saying that it's a sheep was a guess. That's still goat. That's still goat. That's still very goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Viking goat. Now, some say that Vikings don't have horns. Bayotin 420 would tell you that Vikings don't really have horns. But Goat vs. Fish would say, well, if Vikings don't have horns, then what about Viking Kate? What about Viking Kate? Viking Kate is a goat, and goats have horns. So are you going to tell Goat vs. Fish that Viking Kate doesn't have horns? We won't have it. We won't have it. I surely have horns, says Viking Kate. I surely have horns. I surely have horns. Sunshine is so cool. Hey, Nags One says sunshine is so cool.
Oh, thank you, Nads.
How did you ever get to be so cool? How'd that happen?
Not fence sitting.
Not fence sitting! What about Thor? Well, Thor had a couple of goats, as a matter of verses. Thor had a couple of goats. As a matter of verses, we have Thor's goats right here. It's Thor's goats, Tooth Gnasher and Teeth Grinder. Dude, goat versus fish. I have the same goat as you have on your head, but my daughter stole it and won't give it back. That sounds like a versus of goat versus fish. Sounds like you're playing an old classic game of stolen goat. Your daughter has it and won't give it back? Well, now you're in the verses. Now you're in the verses. Listen, the small ones are wily. The small ones are crazy. The small ones have all kinds of secret moves. The small ones have all kinds of secret moves. You may not get that goat back. Canada Rami says fish it. Canada Rami says fish it. Canada Rami says fish it. New Vegas 10,000 redeemed Sing a Fish Center Live. Said sing a Fish Center Live for 5,000 for 5,000. Says sing a Fish Center Live for 5,000. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Sunshine? Do you have a Fish Center Live in you? From the top of the verses now. From the top of the verse. Oh, Fish Center Live, you're bringing me down. We sat and we watched as Fish Center left town. We didn't do nothing. Did we even try? We sat and we watched as Fish Center went by. Now everyone knows just how much we needed those fish. I'm talking about Mom, Top, Xander, and Thump, Green Chicken Slider, Eel Hamburger, and Tabitha Pillows. Oh, Fish Center Live, we wish you were around. We wish you were around. Time Warner Company ran your streams into the ground. We couldn't do nothing. Did we even try? We sat and we watched as Fish Center went by. Now everyone knows just how much we needed those hosts. I'm talking about Maxi, Relaxi, Matt Harrigan, Dave Bonowitz, Tina and Cho. Fish Center Cathedral. Take us out with a goat and the fish and the goat and the fish are verses. Appreciation. A song of Fish Center Live. And speaking of Maxi Relaxi, Goat vs. Fish had Maxi Relaxi on the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation. Had Goat vs. Fish on the Morning Motivation. Did you know that? Did you know that? You who say, oh, I miss Fish Center Live? Did you know that Goat vs. Fish had Rat Cousin on the Morning Motivation? And we should have Rat Cousin back again. And Goat vs. Fish is remembering now that Rat Cousin had someone who they said made beats who they wanted to bring on. We should invite them all on. We should invite everyone on. Goat vs. Fish, Fish Center, Rat Cousin. Goat vs. Fish, Goat or Fish Center Live. Goat vs. Fish is going to share that with you now. That was a great versus. Appreciation. The number of channel points it takes to force Goat vs. Fish into a song of Fish Center Live has increased over the verses, but it's always been a part of the Goat vs. Fish stream since the beginning of the Goat vs. Fish streams. And so we continue it. Are you goat or are you fish? I can confirm that did happen. Goat vs. Fish. We could do the news, but then it could end up being all pixelation. So we think that in a pixelation type versus like this, where everything is looking a bit, that we think that Goat vs. Fish. Oh, it's looking all right. What do you say? It's looking fine. Sunshine,
Yeah.
what do you say?
Yeah, that's good.
It seems to be looking fine. Goat and Fish, how's the pixelation on your verses? Canada Rami says, I'm a goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Goat and Fish, we have a special verses. Today. Because we want to know, you've been playing this piano, and it's a fine piano of Goat vs. Fish, and appreciation for your musications always.
Yeah.
But we were wondering, whatever happened to that guitar?
Oh, that guitar. You want to see the guitar? That guitar is around.
The guitar's around? Well, let's see what kind of guitar you have. Let's get some guitar in the verses. What say we get some guitar, Goat and Fish?
Yay.
Let's get some guitar in the verses of Goat vs. Fish. 10,600 versus 11,050. That there can't be that many fish. Goat is the best. Well, you see, these numbers representation, the donations, the bits that are given to Goat vs. Fish, and these magnetization Goat and Fish representation, the subscriptions, gifted or otherwise, for Goat vs. Fish. So there's a lot happening here on Goat vs. Fish. But if you want Fish to get 1,000 more points, or Goat to get 1,000 more points, that's 1,000 bits or a tip of 10 versus American dollars, exclamation point tip to Goat vs. Fish. Yes, let's get some guitar in the verses, Goat vs. Fish. It's time for Sunshine Guitar. And as long as we're going to do some Sunshine Guitar, so we see, you can just hide it behind Goat vs. Fish. So here's what we were going to do. So we're going to reverse this verses. We're going to reverse the verses like this. What happens? Here's what's going to happen. Here's going to be the drama of Goat versus Fish. You bring it in while it's still in the case, and then we open the case and you pull it out and you're like, here it is, and we reveal it. It's like we're unboxing it, like we're opening it live on stream.
Oh, it's unboxing.
Yes. We open it. It's like, here it is. Oh, what's inside? Yes, we build the dramatization. Sunshine is learning the verses of live streaming live on Goat versus Fish. Learning the live streaming live on Goat vs. Fish. Learning the live streaming live on Goat vs. Fish. And speaking of Sunshine, Goat vs. Fish wants to show you this. Goat vs. Fish wants to show you this. Okay? You see this? Have a look. Have a look here. New backgrounds of Goat vs. Fish. New backgrounds of Goat vs. Fish. For verses, Goat vs. Fish is always upgrading the stream of Goat vs. Fish. Here's a new background of Goat vs. Fish. Oh, that's a new background of Goat vs. Fish. It's Sunshine.
Whoa.
It's Sunshine. It's a new background of Goat vs. Fish, and it's Sunshine, or have a look at this.
Whoa.
Ooh, wow.
It's moonshine.
It's moonshine. It's sunshine. It's sunshine. The sun and the moon. The sun and the moon. The fish and the goat. The fish and the goat. Goat versus fish. Wow,
Whoa.
amazing verses.
You click it fast enough, it becomes fence sitting.
Okay, well, we think it's sunshine time.
Yay.
So that's how it's going to be. So here we are with Sunshine. Oh, what's this? This isn't your usual guitar case. Oh, you'll have to hold it on you or go into Goat versus Fish. However you want to do it. You can pull it out if you wish to hold it with one hand.
Oh, yeah. This is my usual guitar case, usually.
Oh, it's your usual guitar case usually?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been missing the guitar. We love the keys. We would never say we don't love the keys. We love the keys. But why don't we see what's happening? Why don't we see what's happening in that guitar case? Because we would just love to see what's been going on with the guitar of Sunshine.
It's time for guitar reveal.
Oh, what is it? Oh, a Gibson, a new Gibson?
Yeah, it's a new Gibson.
It's a new Gibson? It's a new Gibson?
It's a new Gibson Les Paul.
A new Gibson Les Paul?
Yeah.
Let's
You want to hear it?
let's have a look.
Yeah, this is like a Gibson Les Paul special right here. This is the cheapest Gibson I could find. It comes it's a subscription-based model, so if I pay $50 a month, I can get tuners, I can get strings, I can get the electronics, I can get pickups, I can get the knobs as well. I can also get the input jack over here. Until then.
Oh wait, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that.
This is the premium model, but with ads.
Wait, let's see that input jack. Goat versus Fish is sounding great.
It used to belong to someone's grandmother.
It used to belong to someone's grandmother.
Yeah.
Did you say it used to belong to someone's grandmother?
Yeah.
Did you say it used to belong to someone's grandmother?
Is that you, Goat versus Fish? Oh, my verses. I'd like you to versus me sideways, and I'd like you to versus me cross-eyed, and I'd like you to versus me in my naughty hole's grandma, please. And then I want him to versus over at the beach, and I want him to versus in the bedroom, and then under the bed. And Grandma, this is... Oh my God, Grandma. Sorry, I just get so ornery whenever that Goat versus Fish gentleman comes in. I saw him in the flesh. When he came over, my, what a handsome song stud, if I do say so myself. My God, I can't wait to get my eye back on him again. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Little cock tease. I mean, celebration. What did I say?
It's a grandma's guitars.
Whoa.
It's grandma's guitars.
Yeah, it comes without the dentures.
It comes without dentures.
Yeah.
Sounds like a smooth verses. So yes, it sounds lovely. It sounds lovely. It sounds lovely. We have absolutely no complaints about the sound. So how much more verses? How much more verses is it going to take?
How much more verses it's going to take for?
Well, it sounds great as it is. It's like, what more needs to be done?
Oh, all it has to be done is it needs tuners.
It needs tuner fish.
It needs tuners on the tuna fish on the tuners.
Yes.
It needs pickups, P90 pickups.
Yes.
It needs a pickup selector.
Yes.
It needs 4 knobs with the tone potentiometers and volume potentiometers. The input jack.
Yes.
And a stop tail. And that should be another 100,000 versus American dollars.
100,000 versus American dollars. Now, some may say, if you're going to be putting in the tuner fishes, and you're going to be putting in the pickups, and you're going to be putting in all this technologification, if you're going to get pegged, if you're going to do all this, then why in the verses would you even call it a Gibson Les Paul? What makes it what it is without all these verses? What's happening? What about this that you have here makes it so special?
It's the name on the headstock.
It's the name on the headstock.
It says Gibson. That's what makes it 111 million US.
Is that really the whole verses? Is that really the whole verses?
Yeah, that's what you're paying for, the Gibson on the headstock.
Oh yes. Well.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we hear? We want to hear what it sounds like. All
right, ready?
We're ready.
1,
we're
2,
ready.
3.
Wow.
That's
Are
my
you certain
congestion.
we couldn't?
That's my congestion.
You're certain we couldn't?
Nah, nah, nah.
Oh, we saw you giving it a knock. Maybe try this.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you can knock it. Yeah, you can knock it up.
Is there something special about that?
Yeah, you can hear. I don't know if anyone can hear it, but if I knock this hard enough, I can hear like what sounds to me like a B note harmonic. You can't hear it on the mic, but you'd hold your ear right next to it. But yeah, you can. I can kind of make out a B harmonic and the E flat overtone.
So is this true? Every guitar has a note or a note and a half that's sort of built into it?
I haven't done this to every guitar, but I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. This is the only guitar body I've had without electronics, so I haven't tried it on other guitars as well.
Well, it's a nice body, and we get a nice reflection. Look at this. Look at this.
It's also going to get painted.
Oh! What are you going to do with that?
In TV yellow.
TV yellow?
Yeah, like a 1957 Les Paul special.
Well, that sounds very special, but we like this reflection of Goat versus Fish.
Yeah. The new one won't be reflective.
Well, that's why we're enjoying it now. We could just stare into the eyes of Goat versus Fish all verses.
Yeah.
Make some noise for the new Sunshine guitar, Sunshine guitar.
New Sunshine guitar.
Celebration.
Yay. This is not made of fence wood.
It's the new Sunshine guitar. We hope you like that guitar. The return of the guitar on Goat vs. Fish. Don't despair. The guitar is going to be back, yes?
Oh, I love it already. It's like the most affordable Gibson I've gotten.
Love it already. That is so cool. Well, if you want to, listen, Goat and Fish, we appreciation all of your support here on Goat vs. Fish, But we will tell you, if you want to support Sunshine, and their quest to fulfill the pickups of the Gibson guitar, then you can go to twitch.tv/itssunshine. And when Sunshine goes live, we believe on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 p.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 p.m.
Yes. Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 2 p.m.
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time.
Then you can make a special donation on the Sunshine streams to help with Sunshine to do that, Gibson. Of course, we always welcome your contributions here on Goat vs. Fish, but if you're looking for a Sunshine special contribution, why not make it on the Sunshine streams? You can do that if you wish to fulfill the Sunshine dreams of a Gibson. Would this be your first ever Gibson guitar, Sunshine? Would this be your first Gibson?
This is actually I'm actually selling a 1970 Gibson.
Oh, you're selling a 1970 Gibson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I have in Australia.
Ah.
So I can buy a nice new amp. My other Gibson is really a parts Gibson that my friend built.
Ah.
So it's not an authentic Gibson. This one's going to be a Gibson that I built with the help of a same friend. So neither of them are authentic Gibsons, not that I care. For me, if it sounds like a guitar, I'm happy.
As long as it's on the headstock.
Yeah, if it's on the headstock, I'm happy. Like I don't care that much as to whether it's authentic.
Celebration. She is a killer. TTV says black holes create pressure waves that travel through hot surrounding gas in the universe. These can be translated into sound, such as B flat note, or that is 57 octaves below middle C. How about that?
Ooh.
There's musications all throughout the universe. It's true.
Yeah.
The universe is making musications. The universe is making musications. She's a killer. TTV. A humble congregation member of Goat vs. Fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Dragon Ball says goat morning to Goat vs. Fish. Let's get that goat in the verses. Goat morning to Dragon Balls 325. Goat morning to you. Karmic says, I love you, Goat vs. Fish. I love you, Sunshine. I hope your verses is triumphant. It's been a bit difficult going. There's been some fancy things happening. We thought we were going to have a guest. The guest has not confirmation again to Goat vs. Fish. And then we had some pixelation. But the versus continuation, and you're all here for Goat vs. Fish. I love you too. Are you goat or are you fish, Karmic? Are you goat or are you fish?
Eventually, Drold asked whether I can play the brown note. The brown note is 92 octaves below middle C. It's the E flat that's 92 octaves below middle C.
Yeah.
So middle C is here. That's 1 octave, 2 octave, 3 octave. I have another 89 octaves to go.
Another 89 octaves to go. We're going to need a bigger piano.
Yeah.
We're going to need a bigger piano, but maybe Goat vs. Fish can do it. Maybe Goat vs. Fish can do the brown note. Shall we try it? Here we go. Wait, give us the C. Okay, now Goat vs. Fish is going to go 92 octaves.
It's E flat.
No, it's E flat.
E flat, but 92 octaves below C.
Okay, so give us the E flat.
Yeah, the voice can't do 92 octaves below E flat, not even
Hey.
a bass.
Hey, don't tell Goat vs. Fish what we can't do. We're trying our best over here.
Not even a subwoofer can do it. Oh wait, you can.
Celebration! We've released the congestion. Release your congestion on Goat vs. Fish. We'll tell you what, Goat vs. Fish, we had some caffeination this morning, motivation. We think we might have found the brown note at the bottom of this cup. Of your caffeination mug of Goat vs. Fish. Dragon Balls owns an EVH 5150. We can get the brown sound. Weed Pipe says, I just finished myself again. Celebration. Karmic says, I am Goat. I will triumph the fish. And don't sit on the fence. Goat. Goat are coming back. 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 We said we were going to do a call-in, Goat and Fish. We're going to see if we can do just the quickest call-in ever. Someone get ready. We're going to have like a 3-minute conversation. Goat vs. Fish is going to open the line 2 application. And we're going to see if we can do the quickest call-in ever, Goat and Fish. Let's see if it happens. The Goat vs. Fish Hotline is open, 747-221-GVF0, 747-221-4830. Time to call Goat vs. Fish. Who's calling? Who's calling Goat vs. Fish? Who's calling Goat vs. Fish? Who's calling Goat vs. Fish? And we've got a versus, and we've got a versus! Celebration, celebration! Welcome to the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation. You are live on Goat vs. Fish. Are you goat or are you fish?
I declare myself to be fish.
Celebration for fish! Celebration for fish! Well, we're going to get your fish on the board. We're going to get your fish on the board. So fish, tell us what's happening in your morning. What's happening in your morning?
I'm filing tax paperwork with my accountant.
Tax paperwork with your accountant. Oh, you remind Goat vs. Fish.
It sucks.
Oh, you remind Goat vs. Fish of how we have to do that taxation. Now, that might be a versatile versus, but is taxation something you really look forward to?
No, of course not.
Of course not. Of course not, Fish. Of course
Just a
not.
simple fish.
So is
I try to be
that?
a simple fish.
So it's Big Fencer. Oh, you're the purple fish. You're this purple fish? Here?
This is Padistador.
This is Padistador. Celebration! Padistador. We have always called you Padistador, but from now on we will try to recall it
doesn't matter.
Padistador.
I always said Padistador,
Padistador.
but however you want to say it is fine.
So where does this name come from, Padistador?
It was my World of Warcraft name.
It was your World of Warcraft name. Oh, my verses. Wait, that's like this.
I used
Safe
the name
travels.
generator. The name generator helped me with half of it. I don't remember if I came up with the first half or the second half of the name anymore, but I came up with Padistador for World of Warcraft.
So, Fish, why do you choose fish? Padistador Fish.
Because I love to swim. I love to swim.
That is a
Swimming
mighty
is a very
versus. Do
healthy
you go
thing to
swimming
do.
often? Do you swim in the lake? Do you swim in the pool? Do you swim in the ocean?
I had a pool. Yeah, I don't have a pool anymore.
Ah.
Life is rough. No more pool. For this
No
fish.
more pool. No more pool for fish? Surely
have
you
to
can get a
cover the
tax
neighbor's
rebate
pool.
or something?
I don't have the room for a pool in my backyard, so I don't have a pool.
You don't have a pool. Well, there may be one in there may be a pool at a school near you. Sometimes there's a pool, and for the mere cost of $3 or $5 versus American dollars, you could go for a swim. There must be some place that this fish can get in the sea.
There is a place for this fish to swim, but the pool's not deep enough for how fancy I get in the water. I get very fancy in the water.
You get fancy in the water, even as a fish in your home versus.
This fish likes to splash around.
Yes,
and be
yes.
chaotic and fancy.
So you're rough in the waters. You're rough in the waters. You
I'm
like to
very
play
rough in the
about.
water. You might say that I turn into a goat when I'm in the water.
You turn into a goat in the water, though you are a fish.
I behave like a rambunctious goat in the water.
Well, when goat go into the water, there's only one versus that goat would go into the water, and that would be to versus the fish. That would be to versus the fish. So, fish, you might as well get rambunctious in the sea because you have to match the energy of goat.
It's almost like I have a little bit of an inner goat that comes out when my fish goes in the water. And they have a versus in the pool. There's a versus. It just comes out. I can't control that versus.
You can't control that versus?
I cannot control that versus. I get very fancy in the water. It's as if goat and the goat is in the water, like anticipating my entry. And it's like, hey, you can't come into my pool. And the fish in me says, I'm going to swim.
How did the
and if I have to
goat?
get fancy with you,
How did the goat
okay.
get control of the waters? How did the goat get control of this fish territory in the first verses?
He was probably bathing.
A bathing
Probably
goat.
was just walking by and said, I need a bath.
Well, let us tell you
in the
something,
pool
fish.
already.
Let us tell you something, fish. When you enter that sea, oh wow, someone else is also calling goat versus fish. We're going to take another call. But we're going to tell you this. You may not be able to control yourself, but you can influence yourself Oh, never mind. We missed the call. But you can influence yourself, and we believe that you can triumph the goat in the sea of the fish. We believe that you can work on that versus. You may not be able to control it, but you can influence it, and we think that your versus, this is your versus. Are you listening to Goat vs. Fish?
I absolutely am listening to Goat versus Fish.
This is your versus, Paddy
Like
You like swimming in the sea? You like swimming in the sea? By the next time you call in on Goat vs. Fish, and you're always welcome to call Goat vs. Fish, we want to hear that one versus or another, whether it be shallow or whether it be deep, because you love swimming so much. Your verses from Goat vs. Fish, your motivation is to find a pool, to find a lake, to find a sea in which you can swim and find a way to shake your fins. Don't let the taxations bring you down. You need a bit of relaxation. Your verses is to find a pool with which to swim, and we want to hear about the swimming fish by next week verses. What do you say to Goat vs. Fish?
I will go to Daytona and jump in the water.
Celebration!
Nice beach. I'll have to drive to Daytona and tell you all about it.
Please do, and appreciation, Padistador. You're always in the verses, you're always declaring fish, and we appreciation you being in the congregation and calling in Goat vs. Fish. That was a very brave thing to do. Appreciation for fish.
Celebration for the Goat vs. Fish stream, the most original stream on all of Twitch.
Celebration! We've got another call on Goat vs. Fish. Oh, and a notification. Oracle 18 followed Goat vs. Fish. Oracle, are you goat or fish? This is the Goat vs. Fish hotline. You are calling the Goat vs. Fish morning motivational. Are you goat or are you fish?
Go.
Celebration for goat! Now we think we can hear a bit of an echo of the Goat vs. Fish stream in your phone. Is there a way that maybe you could step away from the stream so we don't hear the echo of Goat vs. Fish in the phone with Goat vs. Fish, or is there something that can be done about that?
Yeah, I got you.
Appreciation. Everyone on the stream, appreciations your dedication. Whenever you're ready, Goat.
I am ready.
Okay.
Check 1, 2.
Okay. Goat vs. Fish. Okay, there's still a little bit of an echo of Goat vs. Fish, but we will endeavor to continue. Goat, why do you choose Goat?
Why do I choose Goat? Because I am part of the grass of the land.
You are part of the grant of the land?
Grass of the land.
Grant of the man?
Grass. Grass of the man.
Grass of the land. Celebration for the grass. Tell us about the grass. Tell us about your grass. What do you like about grass?
It gets me to the verses of the mountains.
The grass gets you to the mountains. Is that your quest to climb? Are you a climbing type goat, or are you in the field type goat?
I am a climbing type goat.
Climbing type goat. Celebration for climbing goat. We just had a fish that was a swimming type fish, and they said that when they get in the pool, they sometimes feel like a goat. When you are a climbing goat, do you ever feel like a fish?
No.
No! This goat feels like goat the whole version! Celebration for goat!
Only goat.
Only goat. That fish said that they had not that they had not swam in a long while. But what about you, goat? Have you climbed recently?
Yes.
Yes. Tell us about your climb.
Well, I'd like to climb off the fence. That's for sure.
Celebration! The goat climbs off the fence. And you have noticed, perhaps, that there has been some fenciness here in the live stream of Goat vs. Fish, but we overcome. How do you overcome the fences when they appear in your verses?
Distractions.
Distractions. the fences are distractions to you. Yes. What are some of your biggest distractions?
Musications.
Musications is a distraction to you.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
We listen, and then we forget.
Ah, you forget. Is it so? But you enjoy this forgetfulness?
Yes, I do. Honestly.
Celebration. So what is the verses you are trying to accomplish? What is the fish you are trying to versus when you encounter this distraction? What is the fish it is distracting you from? What are you trying to versus?
What am I trying to versus?
Yes. Because musications are a beautiful thing, but if you're versing a fish and it is preventing you from versing that fish, we want to know what is the fish that you are versus now? Goat?
I'm trying to versus.
Yes. Do you even know what fish you're trying to versus, or are you so distracted that you've forgotten the fish that you're versing?
Yes.
So we see. Well, this is a musication type question. Goat versus fish, of course, we love a beautiful musication. But if there's a fish you are trying to versus and musication is becoming a distraction from that which you are trying to accomplish, then we suppose this could be a fence to overcome. Distraction is a big fence. But this is a musication question, so we're going to turn it over to Sunshine. Sunshine, we have someone who says that they are being distracted by musication when they try to versus the fish, so much so that they have forgotten the fish that they're trying to versus. What advice would you give to this goat? Sunshine, take it away.
More musication.
More musication! More musication! The advice of the fish is more musication! Are you sure you're not just saying that as a fish because the one who is calling is a goat and you're versing the goat and you hear that they're being distracted by musication, so you're trying to distract them from versing the fish? Is this intentionally fish advice for versing goat?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we encourage you this. This is what we wish. And Verse Goat, do you wish to reveal the name of Goat? It is up to you if you wish to reveal your goat name to the congregation.
Dragon Balls.
It's Dragon Balls! Make some noise for Dragon Balls! Dragon Balls, you say a strange thing to Goat versus Fish because we happen to know that you do some epic shredding. You do some epic shredding, don't you? It's getting stronger every verses. Well, this may...
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. This may appear as a distraction to you, as a distraction to you. And there may be other things you have to do. And Goat versus Fish would say, yes, do those other things you have to do. But Goat versus Fish would say that we encourage you to continue your musication. We know it brings you much joy. It has made you stronger. You have become stronger since ever we have known this goat for many years. And Goat versus Fish implores you, take care of that fish, versus that fish, and then once you have finished versing that fish, Goat versus Fish asks, why don't you send a glorious 1 minute of shredding, a 1 minute shredding video, and we'll put it on the Goat versus Fish televerses. What do you think about that?
Celebration. I got one for you already.
You got one for us already? Well, why don't you post it in the Discord of Goat versus Fish? And if you can't, then you can email it to goatvsfish@gmail.com, and then we'll put it here on Goat versus Fish on the Morning Motivational. Celebration for Goat. Appreciation for the call, Goat. Appreciation for the call from Dragon Balls 325. We're going to put another goat on the verses. We had a call from a goat. We had a call from a fish. Any final verses for Goat versus Fish?
Only goats.
Only goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Appreciation, Dragon Balls. We'll see you next verses. Will you look forward to your next call? Celebration. Oh, what's this? Another call. We end call in Goat versus Fish. No, we just did that verses. We just did that verses. We just had that conversation. We just had. Are you sure you want to goat and fish? That's the Goat vs. Fish hotline. That was the Goat vs. Fish hotline experience. As hot as the sunshine itself. As hot as the sunshine itself. We got a call from a goat. We got a call from a fish. And what's the versus now? Sunshine. You told Goat vs. Fish that you had a hard out at 10. It's 10:01.
Ooh, yeah. I'm just looking at my. Yeah. I can do 5 minutes tops.
5 minutes tops? Well, then why don't you just give us 5 minutes of sunshine time and we'll let you talk to the stream. And then you can say your fair verses and then maybe Goat vs. Fish will talk to the Goat and Fish for a few.
Okay, for sure.
Goat and Fish, it's sunshine time.
Hello, guys. Today was some fancy verses, and it's especially fancy because I have to. Oh, don't I have an overlay that says sunshine time?
Let's see. You look so beautiful there. But we think you do. Here we are.
But
There we are.
oh, there we go. I have. Last time I checked, I have 69 followers on Twitch. And I have you guys to thank for that, making that happen. It has been quite a journey to get to 69 followers. Oh, I just checked right now. It's 71 followers. Woo! Yeah. Well, thank you guys for following me on Twitch. It's nice having you guys swing by on the weekends while I'm winding down from the verses, hearing your post motivation, inspirational stories at our Mega Supreme GoatVsFish premises. But I have to go in 5 minutes. So that means you don't be alone with GoatVsFish. It's time to fill out your waivers that any fan sitting is done by your own I was going to call it a choice, but fence sitting is more for byproduct of bad choices. Yeah. And for the sunshine time, I'll leave you with this little bit of Goat vs. Fish dumb. I'd like to invite Goat vs. Fish to do a nice fish song and improvise his Goat vs. Fish activities. Over this classic fish song about someone pondering it's about someone on the fence who was formerly fish but is now looking to be accepted by Big Fence. Whenever he's ready. You want to come back here and sing it, or do you want to put the main camera?
Oh no, we'll come back there. We'll come back there. We'll come back there with you.
I'll do a little introduction. This would get me fired so fast.
Fired from what?
The Lion King.
We thought maybe it would get you fired because you're a giant ball of fire because it's sunshine.
They're afraid of the sunshine.
Okay. Here comes Goat vs. Fish. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish!
Alright.
Okay, we're ready. Look at this goat. Doesn't it bleat? Wouldn't you say that it's got hooves on its feet? Wouldn't you think I'm a fish who's got every fin? Look at this goat, a verse is untold. Wouldn't you say it's a verses of old? Looking round here, you would think, sure, fish has got everything. I've got fins and fish mows aplenty. I've got blubbings and flippings galore. You want doodly bops? I've got 20. But who cares? I want goat. I wanna be where the goats are. I wanna see 'em kicking and prancing, versing around on, what do you call them? Oh yeah, legs. Flipping your fins, it don't get you far. Legs are required for jumping and climbing. Strolling around again on, what's that verses again? Mountains! Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Versing free, wish I could be versing that goat. Versing that goat. Appreciation, Sunshine, for that glorious musication.
Appreciation to Goat versus Fish.
Celebration! It's great to be part of Sunshine Time with you.
Yeah. It's fun to have Sunshine Time and Goat versus Fish collaborations.
Celebration for Sunshine! Well, we'll see you on the next verses. We'll see you on tomorrow's Morning Motivational, yes?
I'll see you on tomorrow's Morning Motivational.
Appreciation, appreciation.
Yeah.
Well, let's say farewell to Sunshine. Everyone say farewell.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. SeanKnight.com is in the verses. SeanKnight.com said it started off going well until they got to the fish part. That's a goat versus. The Little Mermaid really is a song about a fish that wants to become a goat, isn't it?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, people. Congregation, people. I'll see you tomorrow.
We will usher you out. We will usher you out like this. That was It's Sunshine. That was It's Sunshine. That was It's Sunshine on the morning motivational verses. That was dope. It was dope. That was dope. And as a matter of verses, it's so shiny on the sunshine. It's blinding goat versus fish. It's blinding goat versus fish. It's blinding goat versus fish. Appreciation. Appreciation. SeanKnight.com, the goat is in the verses. They say it was going well until fish. We think that that's a verses. We think that that's a verses for goat, so we're going to put that verses in for goat for SeanKnight.com, the goat. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. It's always nice to have you in the verses. It's always nice to have you in the verses. SeanKnight.com is a powerful goat. SeanKnight.com, if only you had some verses. We've got this fence sitter I can fix Amber Heard, and they're just so fancy. They once were goat, they once were fish, and it's so if only they would choose goat or fish. Kueller, welcome back to Goat versus Fish. Kueller, welcome back to Goat versus Fish. Vinacker, are you goat or are you fish? And appreciation to SeanKnight.com for 50 months of subscription to Goat versus Fish. 50 months of subscription to Goat versus Fish. And Big Mac in Pride says, I'm the king of goat. Celebration for goat. Let's get that goat in the verses. Let's get that goat in the verses. Oh, no, the sunshine time is over. The sunshine time is over. Pew, that's okay. That's okay. Now it's loony time with Goat versus Fish. It's time to get lunar with Goat versus Fish. It's a loony versus wacky versus crazy Goat versus Fish. 50, yes, 50 subscription. SeanKnight.com. What is your favorite color? Electrolab Celebration. Oh, wait, the verses. There's the verses. SeanKnight.com. Subscribe for 36 months. A total of 50 months. JK, I'm ignorant. Blue. Blue says SeanKnight.com. Blue says SeanKnight.com. So let's make that a blue goat. Let's make it a blue goat. Let's make it a blue goat. Oh. Let's make it a blue goat. A blue note. A blue note for a blue goat. Let's make a blue SeanKnight.com goat. Blue, how sad? Are you a sad goat? Are you a sad goat? Here we go. Here we go. It's a blue goat. Blue goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for blue goat. When you subscribe to Goat versus Fish, you get a goat. You get a colorful goat or a fish. You get a colorful goat or a fish when you subscribe to Goat versus Fish. When you become a subscriber, not a gifted sub, but when you become a subscriber of your own volition, you can get a goat or a fish of a specific color. Just for the fun of Goat versus Fish. SeanKnight.com, you have joined a Mighty Versus. You have joined a Mighty Versus. You have joined a Mighty Versus in celebration. Celebration for the Mighty Versus continuation. Goat versus Fish. Son was gone, lol. Son was gone. Son was gone. But that's okay. That's okay, Goat and Fish. We have verses to do. Taxation. Oh, Goat versus Fish has to do some taxation. We can't believe we have to consult stonks again. We feel like we just did all that verses. Big Mac and Pride. Kueller, are you goat or fish? The Watcher Games, are you goat or are you fish? Eventually, gold is fish. Eventually, gold is fish. Lysergic, the Lysergic freak fish is in the verses. Let's get another fish there. Let's get another freak fish. 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 61 bits from SeanKnight.com. 61 bits for goat. 61 bits for goat. 61 bits for goat. What happens in Goat versus Fish there? 61 bits for goat. We have now 11,050 for fish. Oh, wait a versus. SeanKnight.com. 450 for goat. 450 for goat. Wait a versus. Wait a versus. Wait a versus. The goat and fish exchanging glancing blows once more. So that's 61 and 450, 61 and 450. And for a 61 and 450, that would make 61, 450 calculation of goat versus fish. That would make 500, 511, 511 for goat, and 511 for goat would be 1,000, 10,000, 11,111. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It almost looks like a fence. It almost looks like a fence, but it is more than the fish, or is it more than the fish when Tyrus comes in with the fish blub? When Tyrus comes in with the fish blub, support for fish, support for their fellow fish, and Tyrus 200 and Tyrus 200. It's 11,300. It's 11,300. Oh, you're 11111. Maybe a fancy, maybe a fun one. It may be fun for all 5 of the ones. But in comes Tyrus, and says, we tire of this. 250 for fish, 250 for fish. And suddenly it was 11,300 for fish. And 1 for the goat. Blood buzz. Are you goat or are you fish? Percules goes goat. Percules goes goat. Percules goes goat. It was a short-lived triumph for goat, because as soon as goat came in, it became fish. Fish was ready to respond at any verses. Fish was ready to respond at any verses. It's 11111 for goat. It's 11,300 for fish. It's 11,300 for fish. The verses is heating up. The verses is heating up. The verses is bleating up. The verses is bleating up. Versus is bleating up. The musications of goat versus fish, yes. The musications of goat versus fish. We're going to cover some news of goat versus fish as long as we're in a solo versus. As long as we're going solo, goat versus fish, we're going to cover some news. Your verses are always appreciation of goat versus fish. Sure. But as we cover some news, Viva la Vagine says, I will pass my biochem exam tomorrow. That's a nice verses. We believe you can do it. With a name like that, biology would seem to be your speciality. Nice verses. Hell yeah, you will. You will triumph. We believe in you. Goat versus fish. It's all happening. Pondering now. Remember that guy that I got a job for asking his boss if he's goat versus fish? What happened to him? Ha ha ha. Oh, yeah. Someone said they got a job asking their boss if they were goat or fish. We want to hear more about that. So let's see if we can get a news segment of goat versus fish. We think that we could. We think we could use some news of goat versus fish. It's been too long. Next stream. There's been stuff going on. Here's something. Goat and fish. Something's been happening in the verses of fish. And we want to show it to you. We want to show you something that's been happening on the verses of fish. Now, first verse is, in preparation for this news, we're going to revisitation something here on the televerses of goat versus fish. And that verses looks something like this.
Goat versus fish, are you the cat?
Oh, my verses. Goat versus fish. That verses looks something like goat versus fish, televerses, goat versus fish, TV, goat versus fish, 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 goat versus fish. Goat and fish, something strange is happening in the verses of fish. We know that inflation is affecting all of the economy, but inflation might be hitting fish harder than goat. But then again, does inflation really hit that hard, or does it kind of hit soft and puffy? Well, there's only one way to find out, and we are going to do some investigation about inflation here on Goat versus Fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Investigation. Whoa, what's this? What fish is this? What's going on with this fish? This fillet of fish, this fillet of fish. Has veganism finally gone too far? Let's see what they're doing to this fish on the Balloon Bros. Oh, goat versus fish. What the? And then what's this hydration? Is that a true hydration? They're washing the fish. They're washing the fish now. Something seems off about this versus. We know that fish is getting expensive. We know that hydration is getting a bit pricey. But is this really what it's come to? Is this really what it's come to? Oh, my verses. The fish flesh, the fish flesh. Oh, there it is. Oh, they're really going for it. They're really going for it. They might be making some sushi. They might be making some ceviche. And they're cutting it all up. They're cutting it all up. Oh, a squeeze of lime. A squeeze of lime. Some sea salt of the sea of the fish. And they're making it spicy. They're making it spicy. And wow. This is what inflation is doing to our diets. We can't afford a healthful versus anymore. There's food deserts out there. There's food deserts where there's scarcely even land for goat, much less fish. Water crisis, privatized water. Goat and fish can't get a versus to drink. We can't feed the crops. Where do fish swim? Where do fish swim? And let's do that versus again. Let's do that versus again. And let's ask ourselves, where's the sound? Here's the sound. Let's hope that there isn't copyrighted material and see what happens. Look at that. We've said it before. Goat and fish, there's microplastics in your water. Well, goat and fish, now there's macroplastics in your water. As a matter of verses, all of your water is now plastic. Your faucets are plastic. Your house is plastic. Or is it rubber? Or is it vinyl? Whatever the fence, it's some sort of fancy byproduct that's getting into your water supply. And if you try to drink it, it goes pop. It goes pop. We thought pop was for cans. We didn't think it was supposed to be coming out of your faucet like that. And might we say that we thought there were supposed to be standards in Burst America. We thought that there were supposed to be standards when it came to your utilities. Your utilization. But this old fancy faucet, why, it's just leaping around the counter. And it does not look stable at all to goat versus fish. It looks like it's just ready to burst. Pipes, once they were made of lead that left you dead. But now they seem to be so incredibly flimsy that at any verses they could burst. That pipe looks like it is just ready to burst. That's not the kind of infrastructure we want here in Verse America. We need something stronger. They're washing the fish. It's wise to wash the fish. The fish spend all of their verses living in the sea of the fish, but when it's time for a goat to consume a fish or a fish to consume another fish, we wash the fish. But are you really going to get it clean, washing the fish with infrastructure like this? So here's the fish. Here's a close-up of the fish. And the goat versus fish will just say it. It doesn't look very appetizing to goat versus fish. We want to know, who among you would eat this fish? Go on. Go on, tell us. Who would eat the fish? Who among you would eat this fish? We have Dragon Balls 325 who said plastications, because MTTV says the eye looks delicious. I Can Fix Amber Heard says it's awesome how creative people are. Well, we're going to have to get creative when our hydration is a balloon and our fish is an inflatable toy. Then we suppose we're going to have to get creative. We're going to have to get creative. New Vegas 10,000 says I would not eat that fish. Dragon Balls 325 says it looks like a tasty versus. I Can Fix Amber Heard. One time I tried blowing up a balloon, but I inhaled it and it sucked in the balloon and you started choking on it. Well, that's a hazard. That's a big hazard. That's a big hazard. And this looks like a choking hazard to goat versus fish. This looks like a choking hazard to goat versus fish, and that eye looks like a choking hazard no less. Ah, it's going to pop. You're going to pop the fish. Oh, my verses. We thought they were going to pop the fish, but maybe there's some more resilience to this inflation than we thought. Filet-o-fish, filet-o-fish, filet-o-fish. Let's get into that filet. Coloration. Let's talk about coloration. Did you know that the salmon that you get at the store has artificial coloration? And that's to say nothing of the fence meat. Many salmon that you might get might have artificial coloration. But you'll still get some fish. You'll still get some fish in the fish. This fish, it looks all artificial to goat versus fish. We think that just because fish has fish in the name doesn't mean that we should have a completely artificial fish. So we would question the motives of this dietitian. Goat versus Fish has been watching the televerses, and we have been watching a fascination of a post-apocalyptical versus that they call Fallout. And given the state of versus America now, we wouldn't be surprised if some of you are thinking about Fallout right now. Could it be coming? Could it be coming? The end is near. The end is near. They cry out to Goat versus Fish. USA versus Iran. That's what they say. That's what they're saying. Israel versus Iran. That's what they're saying. They're saying that's the versus now. Once it was Russia versus Ukraine. Once it was China versus Taiwan. But it's always been Goat versus Fish. It's always been Goat versus Fish. And now we're saying, what's going on? They're saying, what's going on? Is the world coming to an end? Is it all over, Goat versus Fish? Is it all over? It's going to continue. It's going to continue, but the goat and fish are getting so frightened about the end of civilization that they are turning to new dietary fads such as eating balloons. Eating balloons. These are not for eating, goat and fish. These are for playing. These are for playing. Just because you can do some filleting and play some nice little musications and have all of your tools, and just because you wash the fish, Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish denounces this versus. These verses are not for consumption. Don't eat it, says Goat versus Fish. Don't eat it, says Goat versus Fish. We thought that we were supposed to make Verse America healthy again. Is this how we make Verse America healthy again? Is this what you want to put in the lunches of the School of the Fish? Goat versus Fish would not dare. Goat versus Fish would not dare. It's not even safe for fence sitters to eat. It's not even safe for fence sitters to eat. They might choke on it. They might choke on it. You might choke on it. And oh, they make it look so appealing. Yes, they make it look so appealing. It's amazing what you can do with plastics nowadays. Sushi fish, sushi fish. Imagine going to your favorite verses and they serve you a fish like this. And you say, oh, it looks fun. Oh, it looks great. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. by what they can do with that balloon. But Goat vs. Fish doesn't goon over this, balloon bros. We see right through your deception. See right through your deception. Goat versus fish wants the genuine fish. Goat versus fish wants the genuine goat. We will settle for nothing less. Oh, nice. Oh, nice cut. Nice cut. What, you thought we wouldn't see that? You watch these recipes online, and it's like, oh, it's so easy in just 5 easy steps. Oh, you just have all your ingredients ready. You have a couple of bowls. You throw it all together. You bake it for 5 verses, and you're ready for consumption. You're ready for consumption. They make it look so easy. But let Goat vs. Fish tell you, if you wanted to inflate a bunch of balloons and turn them into the shape of a fish and then have a fake knife that was from a birthday party, clown gone horribly wrong, and then you wanted to chop up a fake fillet of plastic fish into a bunch of smaller balloons that you cut up and do a fade cut with nice musications, it wouldn't happen so fast, Goat and Fish. This recipe would take you hours. This recipe would take you days. And then you have to edit the recipe. This is another false versus of the Instagram and social media. Goat versus Fish, yes, cooking. We're cooking with Goat versus Fish. Let Goat versus Fish cook. Let Goat versus Fish cook. Let Goat versus Fish cook. We're cooking with Goat versus Fish. Yes, we can all learn to use how to do a bit more food preparation. But you're not going to learn by a versus that shows you nothing but how to skip steps. And all we're doing is turning those macroplastics into microplastics. We're cutting them up so we can fill our bellies with these squirming jellies. Oh, Goat versus Fish. It's impossible even to make a rhyme with fences such as these. Ugh. Listen to that Foley. Oh, forgive Goat versus Fish. There it is. And here they have it. It's inflation all over. Is it really too expensive to get sea salt? Once there were massive wars fought over sea salt. But now you can get it anywhere, and yet still they insist of using inflation. It looks like inflation has gotten to sea salt too, everyone. You thought salt was safe from inflation? Oh, well, it may be becoming more expensive for me to get my girl dinner, but at least the salt and pepper is going to be cheap. At least I can season it. With something tasty, but no! Inflation's affected salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, are you goat or are you fish? The salt in the sea of the fish, the pepper, spicy plant on the land. We're going to call it right here on Goat versus Fish. Salt is fish and pepper is goat. Salt is fish and pepper is goat. It's a true versus. Oh, scoreboard. But this is a false versus here. This is inflation gone mad. This is out of control inflation. It's out of control. Ugh. Oh, we think that citrus has gone foul. We think that citrus is... Ugh. We're adding more flavor. No, you're just adding more balloons. Don't be deceived. Look how proud they are. Look how proud they are. Well, goat versus fish, we've had enough of this. Goat versus fish, we hope you're proud of yourself. We hope you're proud of yourself. Balloon Bros. We hope you're proud of yourself for selling a false vision to Verse America that their diets can be filled with your cheap parlor tricks, trying to pass off balloons as a real fish. We find your preparation methods to be shoddy. We find your nutrition to be subpar. And we find all of your editing to be a complete misdirection and a demotivation for the amount of labor it really takes to get decent at food preparation. Do we even call it a celebration for fish? Do we even call it a celebration for fish? It all kind of seems fancy to goat versus fish. It all kind of seems fancy to goat versus fish. But you know what doesn't seem fancy to goat versus fish? We'll show you. We'll show you a versus. We'll go to the goat versus fish televerses here. We'll go to the goat versus fish televerses. And we'll show you what you're really supposed to do with balloons. We'll show you what you're really supposed to do with sharp balloons.
Goat versus fish, are you the Capricorn? Is that like the origin of this?
Oh, I like that. By the way, Goat versus Fish, Lauren's Lair was the one who threw down the extra bits to make sure that this request got made. You've got a fan in that one. Lucky you, because Lauren's Lair is an amazing streamer herself. But there it is, Goat versus Fish. Yes! Okay, you gotta go find some food. Of course, Freddie. Thanks for raiding in. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
So Goat versus Fish says the origin is goat versus fish. In the beginning, there was goat versus fish.
Oh yes, yes. As we all know from the book of Goat versus Fish, from the book of verses. Verses. Got it. Yes. Vote to show whether ye be goat or whether ye be fish. The poll is up. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish?
And then we checked in at a later verses to find out how goat versus fish was doing, and it was kind of going like this.
I'm not gonna look too long, because the stream ends up being a little boring when I just am digging around in a bunch of popped balloons.
I'm not bored.
But I know I have a goat versus fish head. Ah! Goat versus fish, perhaps your head is a little less inflated now. Ah! Yes, celebration! We found it! What? Oh, goat versus fish. Just one of the creators I was most delighted to meet at TwitchCon. Look at this. Excellent decal. It is a pretty excellent decal right here. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what the back of your head looks like? Now we know. Needs a blowfish. Ah, I see what you did there. The wind is so severe today, it actually blew your apartment door open without your noticing. Yikes, 6-0. Oh, no, when you have a kitty. Oh, no.
And then the balloon became real. If you want that balloon to become real, by the power of goat versus fish, the balloon head of goat versus fish became a vinyl decal of goat versus fish. And now we hold it here in the Mighty Verses. Comment on this YouTube video, and Goat vs. Fish will select one random commenter and will send them a sticker of a balloon head of Goat vs. Fish from Sharp Balloons. And you know what this is for? This is for fun! This is for fun! This is for fun and it's not for eating. You got that? Don't eat it. This has been a versus of Goat versus Fish. Balloons! Are you goat or are you fish? Celebration. Celebration! Ha ha sticker, ha 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 sticker. Ha 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 sticker, lysergic freak fish. Ha 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 sticker, lysergic freak fish. So are we going to leave a comment? Okay, let's leave a comment. Let's leave a comment here. Let's leave a comment on the verses. First, we'll give it a like. We'll give it a like. We'll give it a like. We will also post it to you. We'll also post it to you so you can go and view at your leisure. So you can go and view at your leisure. And now Goat versus Fish will leave a commentation. And Goat versus Fish is going to say, that fish, let's make it bigger. That fish is not for eating. We find this video to be misleading. First, there is too much balloon in the water supply to properly clean the fish, if it's even a real fish. Second, inflation has so clearly affected the prices of your ingredients that this recipe, Goat versus Fish, is not affordable to the average consumer. We think that's a fair versus. We think that's a fair versus. Also, your sly cuts and edits make it appear that this is a simple preparation, but really, such a culinary endeavor would likely take hours and days more to edit into an amusing and lighthearted YouTube short. Your standards are unattainable. Correction, unattainable. Sincerely, Goat versus Fish. Post versus, are you goat or fish? Post. So there's the verses. If you want to support this comment of Goat versus Fish, wow, everything's moving around. We didn't want that to happen. Goat and Fish, here is the verses of Goat versus Fish. So if you want to support this comment of Goat versus Fish, then go to Balloon Bros. Go to Balloon Bros and show us what you got. You know, it's kind of funny, really. It's kind of funny, really. I was watching that. I was watching that little episode there, and you know, I saw it said Balloon Bros, but you know what I thought it said before I saw it said Balloon Bros? I thought it said Balloon Bob Ross. That's what I thought it said. But you know, they're making art. They're making art with their balloons, just like I make art with my paint. And it just goes to show you that anyone can blow a balloon. Anyone can paint a picture. Anyone can be a goat and anyone can be a fish. You know, you just gotta get off that fence. Balloon Bob Ross. I'll make myself laugh sometimes. Goat and Fish. The VIP seating has been sponsored. The VIP viewing seating has been sponsored again by I Can Fix Amber Heard. And we want you to have the versatility of becoming the VIP for that chair and 2 Patreon gifts. Goat and Fish. So we want you all to join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. That's patreon.com/GoatVsFish and become a 5, 10, or 20 versus American dollar patron of Goat vs. Fish. Join the humble congregation. Ben Birdperson, The Quacksnader, Jimmy Wrench, Mama Joe, Brahma Joe, Standard, Average, Tugger Rugger, Hogrim, Eldergrown, Uber Kitten, Patistedor, Eventually Gold, the Elite Humble Congregation, Karmic, Prue Lawrence, Atrolite, Watt 9807, That One Bulk Guy, and Napoleon Doom, or the Unification Congregation, I Can Fix Amber Heard and Drew. And also in our humble congregation, our newest patron, Me She Is a Killer. Also versus as Killer Queen TTV. Appreciation to our humble congregation. If you want a chance at this gifted VIP viewing, it's already been paid for. Please join the humble congregation, the Elite Humble Congregation, or the Unification Congregation. And we will do a random draw based on the level of your contribution. The more contribution you make to Goat vs. Fish, the greater your chances of getting that VIP spot. And if you do, you'll get a picture of yourself, printed out just like Wow Mom here, and you will get to sit studio side in the VIP viewing room of Goat vs. Fish Studios here in Los Angeles, Encino, Los Angeles. Free members, are you allowing free members in, correct or no? Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish, if you are a new free members will say this, because there are some old free members that are not currently active in Goat vs. Fish. Any new free members of the Patreon that have started since the beginning of the Morning Motivational, starting since January of this year, any new patrons, free patrons who are starting from January of this year, if you have joined the Patreon, then for a free membership, yes, you will have a chance. It won't be as great of a chance as those who are members of the paying humble congregation, the Elite Humble Congregation, and the Unification Congregation, but you will have a chance. So please, if you enjoy the morning motivations, join the patreon.com/goat versus fish. With appreciation. with appreciation. Goat versus fish, goat versus fish. Goat versus fish, goat versus fish. Goat versus Fish is proud of a versus. Goat versus Fish wants to share something with you now. Goat versus Fish did a living stream yesterday versus. It was a mighty living stream. It was a very special living stream. It was a very special living stream that Goat versus Fish wants to share with you. And that is precisely what we're going to do. We're just going to show you just a smidge of the stream of Goat versus Fish versusing under the tree of knowledge of Goat versus Fish. Walking and talking with Goat versus Fish. We used some new technology of Goat versus Fish. We used a new phone of Goat versus Fish. We had 2 phones, simultaneous phone versusing, and we had a long 50-foot mic cable of Goat versus Fish, and we had an increased audio mixer of Goat versus Fish for the phone, and we had several tripods, and we were able to create this amazing effect. Imagine you're watching a live stream, and you get something like this. You get something like this. Whoa, Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish, you're so far away. You're so far away. We're not going to be able to hear you, Goat versus Fish. You're too far away. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Goat versus Fish. Please, can we get a little closer? We can't hear you, Goat versus Fish. Let's see what it sounds like. And yet they do not call Goat versus Fish. And some we have known do not call Goat versus Fish. And one by one, all of those old goat and fish that Goat versus Fish thought we knew so well and would always be an intimate part of Goat versus Fish, one by one they are gone. Aww. So there's that versus. It was a sad versus. It was a vulnerable versus. And then Goat versus Fish started doing this. And by that we do not mean that DK is late. We merely mean that DK is so big in their personality as a mighty goat that maybe if the size of the delay were half the size of DK. Have you seen DK's dump truck? Massive goat posterior. Don't say you haven't. You posted it for all to see, DK. You posted it for all to see on the Instagram. It's true. It's true. Talking about butts on Goat versus Fish. Oh, my verses. Have you tried to buy fish lately? The sushi prices, it goes up and up and up. We were just talking about that. But you can still get cheap babanas. The 2s are all fish. I know. Dragon Balls 325. Are you going to take that? B-Sir says, you're feeling like an unproud fence American and is accusing you of being fish. Is this true? What about you, Ham Mods? Structure of offense, but the expanding structure of Goat versus Fish. And we could turn this into a constructive versus where all of your little imaginations, they don't just go out there. They don't go out there into a void of the universe, but they go to a place where they can rest. And they don't have to be 8 paragraphs. They can just be a concise verses. That can just stay there in the yard. That can just stay there in the yard. No! It's going on the internet for everyone to see. So we did that for about, with some 4 hours and 16 minutes. And we had many views of Goat versus Fish and many likes of Goat versus Fish. And it was a brilliant and beautiful verses. And we appreciate all of you for your attendance. And if you want to watch the soda can, oh no, Goat versus Fish tidied up. We tidied up. We had it there merely as an accent to further convey the distance between you and Goat versus Fish. There's garbage on the lawn. Not anymore. It was an accent piece to convey the distance between you and Goat versus Fish. It was immediately tidied by Goat versus Fish once the verses ended. It's called art. That's what we heard. Art you goat or art you fish. We heard art man is goat. Goat and Fish, this has been another morning motivational of Goat versus Fish. We had some fancy times. We had some fancy things happen. We had a guest who now 2 verses in a row has not shown up for Goat versus Fish. We'll do a final check where we suspect we'll get some apologization or maybe not. We'll just have to see what happens. We covered some news of Goat versus Fish. We had some musications of Goat versus Fish. Appreciation for the VIP viewing of Goat versus Fish. And yes, we do have some VIP gifts to do. We have some VIP gifts to do. Maybe we'll try to do one of those VIP gifts right now and just see what happens. We have things to do. We have something to do. I can fix Amber Heard. Where did you send those? Did you send them in the Patreon chat of Goat versus Fish? Okay, here we are. Or did you send them? Here's at least one versus. Side note, I fixed my mistake on Patreon. Here's a link to the second Patreon gift membership. What happens if Goat versus Fish clicks on it? I Can Fix Amber Heard is gifting you a month of access to Goat versus Fish. So look at this. I Can Fix Amber Heard has gifted the congregation a temporary membership to the Patreon of Goat versus Fish. And if you click the link, it says, I Can Fix Amber Heard is gifting you a month of access to Goat versus Fish. Claim your gift by May 29th to join Goat versus Fish Humble Congregation tier. And there's a button that says claim now. Ooh. Ah. So Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. We could just throw it in the chat. But instead, we're going to have a marble race about it. Goat and Fish, it's time for a marble race to claim the access. It's time for a marble race to claim access to the gifted verses of patronage to Goat versus Fish. And we know you sent the link on the other one, but let's just do one for now. Let's just do one for fun for now. We're just going to do astronomist appreciation. We're going to do one for fun for now because this is the first verses that we have ever done this gifted membership type situation. So we're going to keep it a simple verses. We're going to keep it a basic verses. We're going to do one for now. We're going to see how it verses. And then there will be continuation. We'll do the next verses after that verses. So we're going to play on a marbleization race and Goat versus Fish. We're going to play some classic Goat versus Fish marble musication. Some of you may remember these from the interstitial days of the Goat versus Fish living streams. These are some classic Goat versus Fish marble race type verses. Goat and Fish, get your marbles in the race! Exclamation play to join Goat versus Fish! Exclamation play to join Goat versus Fish! We give you 120 seconds to join. 120 seconds to join. If you win this marble race, you will have first dibs on a Patreon gifted access to Goat versus Fish. If you already have Patreon gifted access to Goat versus Fish, or you otherwise pass and don't want to use it because you don't want to create a Patreon account or something like that, then we will simply skip and we will give it to the next one, and we will give it to the next one, and we will give it to the next one, and we'll keep giving it to the next one until someone wants to claim access to the Patreon of Goat versus Fish as gifted by I Can Fix Amber Heard, and then Goat versus Fish will send a whisper to you. Goat versus Fish will send a whisper to you on Twitch, and then you can claim the verses. You have 1 minute and 18 seconds to join Goat versus Fish. Sunny Real representation says play 5. I can fix Amber says I'm a sit out. Well, you are sitting on the fence. The benevolence of I can fix Amber Heard. They are a benevolent fence creature as far as it goes. Celebration of the marvelization of Goat versus Fish. The verses of loneliness. It's a heavy versus. Some said it's not even funny, Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish, we thought you were supposed to be funny. But then they said George Carlin was supposed to be funny, and some of their later verses aren't that funny, they say. But they're still fun to listen to. Artman, we think Artman said it best, who said, Goat vs. Fish is the best at walking and talking. Premium walking and talking content. It's almost sort of like a Goat vs. Fish podcast. You can listen to it while you go to sleep. "23 seconds, 23 seconds, 22 seconds until the verses begins. And who's in and who's in? Exclamation play. All you have to do is type exclamation play in the Twitch chat. We've got Dragon Ball C25, Sunnyvale representation, Goat vs. Fish, TML rules, Derp Brand, and Astronomus. And the verses are beginning, and the verses are beginning. And the Goat and Fish are rolling, and the Goat and Fish are rolling. New musication. There's Derp Brand, Derp Brand. We have not even seen you in the chat of Goat vs. Fish. Derp Brand, are you a goat of the land? Are you a fish of the sea? Derp Brand, are you goat or are you fish? Weedpipe says restart the race? What the fence, Weedpipe? Restart the race? There's no restarting this race. There's no restarting this race. There's no restarting this race. You did say play. Weedpipe did say play when we said to say play. We did say play when we said to say play. You did say play when you said to say play. Oh, my verses. Okay, Goat and Fish. We're restarting the race. Stop everything. Weedpipe did push play when we said to play, but the race wasn't ready yet for play. You can blame Goat vs. Fish. You can blame Goat vs. Fish. We ended the race. We ended the race before anyone won. That was just a practice versus. However, you only have 69 seconds to join this marble race again. Goat and Fish. Exclamation play. Get in on it. Get in on it. Exclamation play. Join Goat vs. Fish. You have 69 seconds with a 10-second grace versus. You have 79 seconds to join this marble race of Goat vs. Fish for I Can Fix Amber Heard's gifted verses to the humble congregation of the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. You have 79 seconds starting now. And here, well, it looks like more of you are in the verses. We've got Ham Mods, Dragon Ball C25, Derp Brand. We've got TML Rules. We've got Padistador and Sunnyvale representation, Lysergic Freak Fish, and Weed Pipe. And Goat vs. Fish. Once again, the winner of the marble race will have first dibs on that Patreon subscription if they are already a Patreon member, or they wish to pass for some other verses. Then we will pass it on to who comes in second, and who comes in third, and fourth, and so on and so forth. And so fifth, and so sixth, and seventh, and eighth, and ninth. And all this. Lysergic Freak Fish, there goes. Lysergic Freak Fish, Sugar Skulls, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. You have a new phone. Celebration. You're going live. Celebration. How are you? Goat vs. Fish doesn't even know anymore, but we just keep on versing. We've got the motivation to do so. So who's the question, Goat vs. Fish? I updated the doc to say one more gift under the Patreon giveaway part. Appreciation I can fix, Amber. That's a fair versus. Ham Mods. Ham Mods is currently leading. Ham Mods is currently leading. Wow. Ham Mods is currently leading, and there's Padistador. And there's Derp Brand, looking very derpy indeed. Weed Pipe, followed by Weed Pipe. Sunnyvale representation. TML rules. Dragon Balls 325 with the guitar, there's that guitar. There's that guitar we were talking about. And there's Goat vs. Fish. And there's Goat vs. Fish. But Ham Mods is in the lead. Ham Mods is in the lead, entering now the spiraling ball of fence. Fences come in all shapes and sizes, but there's not much surprises when it comes to a fence. It just kind of tries to get in your way and stop you from doing whatever you're trying to accomplish. And in this versus, it's trying to stop you from getting to the humble congregation of Goat vs. Fish. Goat and Fish. The oppression of the fence. Oh no, help! I'm being oppressed by corporations and the state simultaneously. I'm just trying to get to the church of Goat vs. Fish, but I'm being prevented by ideologies false and fancy on all sides. No, please, no, no, the apocalypse is here. I need my Goat vs. Fish. Fences, get out of my way. I need to go to Goat vs. Fish. Ham Mods gets knocked out. Ham Mods gets knocked out. Ham Mods gets knocked out. And Patty Stedor takes the verses. How do you do that? It's one of the many secrets of Goat vs. Fish. It's one of the many secrets of Goat vs. Fish. But we can tell you this. It's mostly preparation. Padistador, you have won the Patreon membership of Goat vs. Fish. Padistador, do you accept it? Do you accept it? Do you accept your winnings? I do, but I already have a $5 membership. Well then. Padistador already has a $5 membership. That means you can't claim, you can't claim it then. Sorry. We'll have to go to the next verses. Weed Pipe. Weed Pipe in second. Weed Pipe. Do you claim your $5 American dollar Patreon membership? Do you claim it, Weed Pipe? If you don't have a Patreon account, you can creation one, but we can send you the link, and the link will be yours to cherish and use. You can get humble congregation membership. Do you accept it, Weed Pipe? Do you accept it? Hey, weed pipe. Hey, weed pipe. Hey, weed pipe. Do you accept the humble Patreon membership of Goat vs. Fish? Hey, weed pipe. Hey, weed pipe. Hey, weed pipe. Hey, weed pipe. Weed pipe says, puff, puff, pass it on. I'll Patreon and I get paid. Puff, puff, pass it on to the next verses. Next, it's Goat vs. Fish. Next, it's Goat vs. Fish. Hey, Goat vs. Fish. Do you accept the Patreon membership of Goat vs. Fish? I'll pass it on to the next verses. Celebration! Goat vs. Fish is passing it on to the next verses. Sunnyvale representation. Do you accept 1 month of free humble congregation? Do you accept 1 month of free humble congregation from I Can Fix Amber Heard? Do you accept it? Do you accept it? Do you accept it? Hey, Sunnyvale representation. You say pass it on to the next verses as you wish. Goat vs. Fish is not here to say that we wish to pass it on. Sunnyvale representation, that's up to you. But you say pass it on to the next verses. You say pass it on to the next verses. Pass it on to the next verses. Dragon Balls 325! Dragon Balls 325, do you accept the free Patreon membership of Goat vs. Fish to the humble congregation of I Can Fix Amber Heard? Dragon Balls 325, do you accept the verses? Sugar Skulls is a mountain goat since I'm from Canada. So many Canadian fans of Goat vs. Fish. Dragon Balls 325, you fancy musication distraction goat. For the love of Goat vs. Fish. Do you accept the humble congregation Patreon membership of Goat vs. Fish? Hey, Dragon Balls. Hey, Dragon Balls 325. Acceptance of Goat vs. Fish celebration! Celebration! A celebration! A celebration! 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 Yeah. Goat vs. Fish provides the secret link to Dragon Ball 325 we're going to whisper to here on Twitch. Dragon Balls. Three, two, five. The link has been sent to you, Dragon Balls 325. The rest is up to you. We'll see you in the humble congregation of Goat vs. Fish. Yes, we're talking about the patrons of Goat vs. Fish. Ben Bird, Burson, the Quaxinator, Jimmy Ranch, Ramajo, Ramajo, Standard, Average, Tucker, Rugger, Hallgrim, Elder, Grow, Nuberkit, and Padistador, eventually. Gold, Karmic, Brew, Lawrence, Atro, Sourdough, Watt, 9807, that Rumble Guy, Napoleon, Doom, I Can Fix, Amber, and Drew! Appreciation to the congregation. Goat and Fish, this has been another morning motivation of Goat vs. Fish, and we appreciate your presence here in Goat vs. Fish. It's been a big versus. Sugar Skulls put all their sticker on the tables, and that's all we want to hear. That's all we want to hear. We experienced some fenciness, but we kept on pursuing. We kept on pushing through. The mighty versus seems almost no closer to being through. Fish had the lead. Goat took it from Fish for a brief versus, and then Fish took it back. We had some subscriptions. We had a Goat scription. Dragon Balls accepts the verses. It's time now, however. It's time now. Big Rig Goat. Big Rig Goat. Big Rig Goat. And Sugar Skull's Goat. That's your goat. Don't worry, this song only goes on for another minute and a half. Appreciation for your participation in this Goat vs. Fish morning motivation. We'll see you on the next verses of Goat vs. Fish. Watch Hour accumulation on Goat vs. Fish continues. We have over 2,000 watch hours on YouTube. Goat and Fish, we're going to be 3,000 before you can say Goat vs. Fish. But any verses you can spare to watch some YouTube videos of Goat vs. Fish would be much, much, much appreciation. Throw in a few minutes of your precious verses to watch that YouTube video of Goat vs. Fish. For a versus, you could watch Goat vs. Fish and It's Sunshine playing live at the Valentine show. We put the link in the chat. It's just a versus for your consideration. We will continue the mighty verses and see who triumphs on tomorrow's Goat vs. Fish. On tomorrow's Goat vs. Fish, a wins versus, versus. As Sugar Skulls continuing with their fussy headbutts. Because that's just the kind of thing that Goat do. We'll see you on the next verses of the Goat vs. Fish morning motivational. Are you Goat or are you Fish? That's been a versus of Goat vs. Fish.